Good morning out there. Happy Sunday. Okay, this is take two. I recorded this and apparently it did not save for whatever reason. So I'm gonna try it again. Hopefully hopefully it works. So apologize out there. Thank you so much for sticking out with me. All right. So anyways, so this is a special podcast dedicated to Dwight Howard, who just announced his retirement after 20 seasons in the NBA. So I am going to go ahead and read his official retirement statement that was posted on Twitter/X, and we will go from there. Okay, it reads the following: Woke up today on the 12th of this month, and I figured it's time to move on from Superman. So I have to clarify something here. So Dwight Howard's nickname was Superman. That's a nickname that was also given to fellow Pro Basketball Hall of Fame, Shaquille O'Neal. So take that information as you will, but he calls himself Superman, or I guess he's Superman. Okay, anyhow, I'm no superhuman. I cry. I struggle. I feel like everyone else. Through the lies, the media, and the hate, I still show love and smile through the storm. But now I'm taking off the cape and retiring from all basketball to pour into my family and get back to communities worldwide. I know some of you might think, I thought he already retired. But I didn't. The game retired me. I still had more left to give. Yeah, I did play professionally for 20 years, and I'm grateful to be able to say that. But I can't lie. Seeing these other players still going at it at age 40, shout out to LeBron James, because I'm sure he's talking about him when he said that, it inspired me to want to keep trying. But now I believe my duty will be to pass it down to the next generation. So thank you to all my fans and supporters throughout this journey. I love and appreciate y'all dearly, because without y'all, it would be no me. Also, thank you to the naysayers, the haters, the snakes, and people that came into my life to try to destroy me. Because every time y'all did, it only made me stronger. When my documentary releases this year, the world will know the truth about everything. And he says everything in caps. So stay tuned on that. I don't know if it's gonna be Netflix. I don't know if it's gonna be Hulu. I don't know if it's gonna be Amazon Prime, but I'm guessing it's gonna be on one of those three platforms. So just stay tuned for that. Then you will see how the sheltered little boy from College Park, Georgia, who went to the same school from pre-K to 12th grade, then straight to the NBA, was taken advantage of by the world. But through it all, still managed to keep smiling. And since I didn't get a chance to ever have a farewell tour, I decided to create a tour. Not for fans to appreciate me, but for me to appreciate them for supporting me all these years and giving me a reason to smile doing what I love. Every 12th of the month from now on will be D12 Day, where I visit cities all over the world and do acts of kindness for random to people to give them a reason to smile. Let me know where y'all want to see me give back. A beautiful statement. Give me a second here. Take a little of what I said. They say definitely stay hydrated when you're podcasting. And we're on the road to doing this. All right, so, and that's a beautiful statement by Dwight. Let me first say that the era of high schoolers that went straight to the pros, it was a sight to see. The very first guy to do it was Daryl Dawkins. Yeah, Chocolate Thunder. Way back in 1975 for the Philadelphia 76ers, and it just continued on. Everybody knows about that, the mid-90s era. You had guys like Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, Jermaine O'Neal, Tracy McGrady, come straight out of high school to the pros, and then you continued in the 2000s. You had guys like, of course, LeBron James, Mari Stoudemire, and Darius Miles, Quentin Richardson, I'm sorry. I meant to say Deshaun Stevenson, not Quentin Richardson. Deshaun Stevenson. So I know Quentin Richardson, he went to DePaul. So apologies there. And then, of course, with the Bulls, you guys know they drafted both Eddie Curry and Tyson Chandler, both high school to the pros. And it was a time. It was definitely a time, and you saw a lot of those high school to the pros guys win some of the biggest honors that you can win. NBA Most Valuable Player, Defensive Player of the Year, and you saw a lot of All-Pro NBA teams with multiple high schoolers on it, and it was a great time for the NBA for sure. All right, so I am going to read off of Dwight's accomplishments here. And before we wrap this up, all right, so Howard was a 2020 NBA champion. Of course, that came with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, he had 3 different stints with the Lakers. So that second stint is where he won the NBA championship. And that almost actually didn't happen because if you guys remember, the Lakers had DeMarcus Cousins at the beginning of that the bubble season. But Cousins hurt his knee and was out for the year, so the Lakers went ahead and signed Howard, and they wanted to pair him up alongside Anthony Davis in that front court, and that was probably one of the most dominant front courts I think we've ever seen on a championship team. You did not see any opponents try to even go inside the paint with both Howard and Davis there patrolling the way. And all the other teams, they just had to have a perimeter-type game against the Lakers. And it lifted them to a championship. And that was a great run. Even though not too many guys even get a chance to play for an NBA championship. I have to use Vince Carter as an example. Carter played 22 years in the NBA. He did not make one NBA Finals appearance. So for Dwight, 20-year career, I mean, he got there once with the Orlando Magic in 2009 and lost to the Lakers, and then able to sign with the Lakers 11 years later and win it. That's just ultimate. It's kind of they say it's kind of the full circle effect on that. So Howard has also won an Olympic gold medal. He is a 8-time NBA All-Star. He is also made 8 straight All-NBA teams, a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year winner, 5 straight NBA All-Defensive teams. He is a 5 straight, he's won 5 straight rebounding titles, a 2-time blocks champion, slam dunk champion. Everybody knows he put on the Superman cape and able to will himself to the slam dunk title over, I think, fan favorite Nate Robinson, and that was a great battle for those two. He is 4th all-time in double-doubles, 5th all-time in defensive rebounds, 8th all-time in offensive rebounds, 9th all-time in field goal percentage, 13th all-time in blocks, 1st all-time in dunks, a 5-time NBA MVP candidate. The closest he came to winning it was 2nd place in 2011, and of course, last year, Dwight Howard was inducted into the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. So we're going to read off a second graphic here, and we want to shout out all the teams that Dwight Howard played for through his 20-year NBA career, of course. First and foremost, have to mention the Orlando Magic. Dwight spent 8 years in Orlando. That was the team that drafted him 1st overall. Howard did make an NBA Finals appearance with the Magic in 2009. However, the Magic lost to the Los Angeles Lakers, and then Howard would kind of pull a Shaquille O'Neal. He went from the Magic to the Lakers in 2012, 2013, and then after that stint, Howard went to the Houston Rockets from 2013 to 2016, and then from 2016 to 2017. Howard went back to his hometown, Atlanta Hawks, as Howard is a native of Atlanta, Georgia. And then for 2017 to 2018, Howard went to the Charlotte Hornets. From 2018 to 2019, Howard went to the Washington Wizards, and then 2019-2020, Howard again went to the Lakers, and that's when he won his first and only NBA championship. And then following that second stint with the Lakers, Howard spent 2020 to 2021 with the Philadelphia 76ers. Then 2021 to 2022, Howard back to the Lakers for a third stint, and that would be his final NBA appearance. So let's look at his kind of put it together his highlight reel of stats here. So again, Howard has the most slam dunks in NBA history. He is the only player to win 3 straight Defensive Player of the Year awards from 2009 to 2011. Only player in history to lead the league in rebounds for 5 straight seasons, which broke Wilt Chamberlain's old record of 4. Howard is the only player to lead the league in rebounding 3 times before turning 25 years old. He is the only player in NBA history to lead the league in blocks and rebounds in multiple seasons from 2008 to 2009 and again in 2009 to 2010. Only player to lead the NBA in blocks, rebounds, and field goal percentage in a single season. Howard is the number 1 player in double-doubles since 2000. He is also the number 1 player in rebounds since 2000. And this is hilarious. Only player in the league who legitimately stopped Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, 2-time MVP winner. And the only player in NBA history to dominate the game while smiling every play. So, Dwight, a salute to you through your 20 years. And I just love that you're giving back to the NBA. And I think all of us are waiting to see what this documentary entails. And maybe, hopefully, someday he'll have a broadcasting career too. And who knows what the future may hold for Dwight, but hey, you put in the work, you put in all this time in the league, and now as you're retired and you can just do whatever your heart feels. So Dwight Howard, thank you so much.